Hello, future statisticians and enthusiasts of statistics. My name is Tessa, and although I myself am not a statistician, I do know a bit about statistics because I took a wonderful term of it in the winter. Today, we will be discussing the z-score. The z-score is a measurement used in statistics to describe the relationship between one score and the mean of all of the scores in the group. A z-score of 0 means that the score that you have selected is equal to the mean. A z-score that is negative or positive will tell you how many standard deviations that score is from the mean. Here is the formula we use to calculate the z-score. Though there are variations, this one's the most straightforward in my opinion. Z equals x minus x bar, which is the mean, over s, which is standard deviation. The s you see in that formula stands for standard deviation. Standard deviation shows us how close the values in a dataset are to the mean of that dataset. The lower the standard deviation, the closer to the mean, and the higher the standard deviation means that the values are farther away from the mean. The x bar in this formula equals the mean. I feel as though I've been throwing around this term a lot, so I wanted to clarify for anyone who wasn't sure. The mean is another fancy way of saying the average. The average is what you get when you add up all of the numbers in a dataset and divide by the number of values in that dataset. So the average, or the mean, in the dataset 1, 2, 3 is 2. Z-score comes into play when we're discussing bell curves. This is a really bad drawing of a bell curve, which is also known as a normal distribution. On the bell curve, you have the mean, which is located in the center. So this right here is the mean. So if this is your bell-shaped curve, and this is your mean, beneath it you will find indicators showing number of standard deviations away from the mean. You see that the mean is at 0. Values that are 1, 2, and 3 standard deviations from the mean are all higher from the mean, and values that are -1, -2, and -3 standard deviations of the mean are all lower than the mean. You can see from the curve the highest peak is at the mean, right at 0. Let's look at this bell curve I've made of test scores on a test. You can see that the mean is 60 and the standard deviation is 15. In order to find the z-score for the values in that set of data, we need to use the equation z equals x minus x bar over s. In this case, we're looking for z. And we already know x, the mean, and standard deviation, which is 15 in this situation. So let's pick 75 as our x minus 60, the mean, over 15 standard deviation. So that's 75 minus 60 over 15. 15 over 15 equals 1. Z-score is 1. Just to see how well we know it, let's try it again. So we're using the formula z equals x minus x bar, which is the mean, over s, standard deviation. Let's pick 45 as our x. So that's z equals 45 minus 60 over 15, our standard deviation. So we have 40 minus 65, the mean, over 15, our standard deviation. And we get negative 15, over 15 equals negative 1, which means our z-score for 40 is negative 1. I really hope you have all enjoyed / been able to follow along my definition and explanation of the z-score. That's all. Thanks.